Hello, gardening family. So, I figured that it was time to give you a little bit of an update on what's growing on in our fall garden. So, we don't have a ton that's in here right now, things that are like really tall, but we do have some things. So, these are some green beans that I was hoping to get another harvest before it is too cold. This dandelion, of course, was in many a video. Oh my gosh, I did not know you guys were there. This is so awesome. Let me show you what I just found. So look at this, guys. I had in this area last fall and winter, I had some giant red mustard greens, and I allowed the mustard greens to go to seed, one of the mustard greens to go to seed, and it looks like I am getting some self-sown mustard greens. Woohoo! How neat is that? Oh my gosh, I love it when I find treasures. Look at this. This is so awesome. Wow. Yay! I'm like really stoked about that, because I do have a few things planted here. So here are a couple more green beans, some that are desperately having issues. And then I also have some peas. I think these are some pole peas, or what was that? Let's see, I did write it down. Oh, these are the dragon tongue beans. This is my first time growing dragon tongue beans, so that's why I was a little thrown. I wasn't sure what they were going to look like. So that's what those are, dragon tongue beans. I still, of course, have some basil that is here, but I've actually got another one I'm going to be planting, because, of course, this one's going to seed. But I want to show you who's in here, hanging out. And look right on in there. Look at there. I'm not sure if that is a grasshopper or a locust. That might be a locust. And he might be what's eating some of this, so I'll need to look him up and handle accordingly. But these are the sugar snap peas. So it looks like I've had horrible germination, but that's my sugar snap peas. Then I'm hoping to get quite a few. So I'm going to be planting a ton more. That was just my first round. And then here we go now with the sweet potatoes. So these are my sweet potato vines, some that are definitely still in the midst of a lot of the weeds that are here, but these are sweet potatoes. Here's that collard green plant that has been here since summer. It needs to be cleaned up again. I haven't harvested anything that we've eaten, and this is probably going to be the second one where we're not going to actually eat the harvest, because these are going to be really tough and take forever to cook. So I'll probably just pull these off, compost them, and then wait for the next round. But these are our sweet potatoes. And I'd mentioned previously that there was a sweet potato here. You've not seen it yet, but I have had a critter in my sweet potato patch. So I'm going to take you in so you can see it. But look at that sweet potato. It's actually a quite large sweet potato, but it has been decimated. Like, you can't really tell, but that's a large sweet potato. And yeah, so that's a mess. I need to clean that up. There is, looks like a ground cherry that's still here. I actually thought I'd already pulled them all out, but that ground cherry is still there, as well as a tomato plant that I just let do whatever it wanted to do. And there are a couple of tomatoes on there. You can see there are a couple of tomatoes actually right there. So I will be dealing with that pretty soon. But here we are now with the rest of the sweet potato vine that I moved over yesterday, I believe it was. I was able to get out and clean that up just a little bit. Yeah. But the rest of this right here is where the watermelon patch was. I cleaned this up yesterday, and so I'm pretty excited at being able to regain this space, because I need it for planting. So I will be dealing with this area to get us some new plants. And this area here, this is that Swiss chard that was in the corn video that has grown back pretty nicely. It's standing up though, like it's really gone to seed. Some of it is kind of leaning, I don't know. I may still try to get this out of here and may just sacrifice the fact that it's going to pull up some soil and maybe introduce some seeds that I don't want in here, but I may need to do that to just regain this space for the fall and winter harvest season, so growing season, so I may do that. Then in terms of what else is still growing on, we have some empty space for sure, but look at these guys. These are the tomatoes that we've had a fantastic harvest. Actually, it's been a continual harvest, and they're starting to look a little shabby. We did have some nights that were in the high 50s, so I do need to do some cleanup, but look at them. They are still producing. Look at all of the tomatoes that are still in here. So I'm still really pleased at the fact that we're getting another round of tomatoes. I mean, the plants are just loaded with tomatoes. So we've been pulling them off as they ripen. We usually have a couple that'll ripen every day or every other day or so. So I'm still pretty pleased with that. For those of you that might have seen the video, my little stool is still here because I just shot that, but these are our okra plants. I actually still have all of our okra plants in here. And we actually have another one over to the side as well, 2 more. And our little orange gene, that's still here as well. At this point, I am only trying to get seeds from this orange gene. So I'm really, really excited. Started doing some chop and drop here. This actually the last couple of days of harvest here at this okra, because we do have a few more okra plants, and they're tall as well. A little chocolate sunflower that's there. Some onions that have been here forever, and these chocolate sunflowers that are pretty well spent at this point. There's only one that really remains that is still viable. There is still a watermelon vine right here. I actually saw, I came to take it out of here yesterday and got a surprise. That watermelon over in the corner. So I'm letting it sit for a second, but this is my favorite plant in the garden that is just being absolutely decimated at this moment. So I really need to come and give it some attention. But there are the 3 that are there that honestly kind of look like 2 or maybe even 1. Don't know, but that's my favorite plant in the garden that's been here for 3 years. So I really need to try to do something to save it. This will be the 2nd time I've tried. If I attempt again, but I think I owe it to her, so I will be doing something with it. And that's pretty much it. That's what's going on in the garden now. I have one, well, I guess this will be 2, one remaining giant ground cherry that has been just completely disappointing. This one hasn't produced 1 ground cherry for me the entire season, and it is huge, guys. Look at this. It's disgustingly huge to say it's not producing anything. Like, can't even get it up now. It's at this point where it's so big. But I'm going to be taking this out of here and reclaiming the space for the fall season. There's some cannas in here that are self-sowing at this point. The canna seeds are like little pods. Doesn't look like I may see one, but these, there's one. See those green? Those are seeds, and once they turn into the brown portions, they can self-sow, and oh my gosh, they take over. Because there was only 1 here last year, and look at this. There's this year there was a 2nd section over here to the side. This was the one that was the original. This is the 2nd section, but there was only 1 plant. So I'm probably gonna take a look at this, figure out what's going on with it. As you know, I'm not big on flowers, but they are beautiful and they do bring in pollinators. So I've been okay with leaving them, but they are starting to get out of control. So looks like I'm going to need to give my mom quite a bit of these so that she will have the cannas that she so absolutely adores. So I think I'll be doing that very soon. All right, guys, well, that is it for today. That is what's growing on in the garden. As I said, this is our fall garden. We have tons that still need to be done. I have all these wonderful sweet potatoes that should be coming out of here. Actually, I think we only have maybe about 2 weeks left on those. That's why they look so shabby. But we'll be taking those out and really beginning to focus on these areas of the garden where we're going to be putting lots more in. But again, I am just so excited about these. If you have not had red mustard greens, oh my gosh, you've got to do it. I saw these first actually from, I believe it was Lady Led. So thank you, Lady Led. There's another one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But yes, they just have a tangy taste. I like them better than just regular mustard greens. I like them all, but these were just excellent. So thank you, Lady Led. I appreciate it. All right, guys, that is it for now. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.